What's going on, everybody? This is Josh with How to Roll Dice, and I wanted to do a quick little product review here for you for the Company of Iron cards that I ordered from DriveThruRPG, which, as far as I can tell, and this is my first time using them, they're basically a print house for game paper products that are either out of circulation or that they've acquired the rights to or that are open source. So like if you needed an old game manual to an RPG system that hasn't been printed in years and you can't find a decent paper copy, you can actually go through them, and if they have the rights to it, they can actually print you a brand new copy, and it's to the highest quality, the same quality that it would be if you bought it directly from the manufacturer. I'm sure in some cases, based off the age of things, you can actually get a better copy than you could find of the original printing. So as I mentioned in my previous video, we've been playing Company of Iron, and one of the issues with playing Company of Iron is that Privateer Press, for some reason, appears to not be producing the materials that you need to play the game anymore. When you purchased the original Company of Iron box set, you got a deck of what are called command cards. These are necessary to play the game. They are standard size playing cards. You can see here, or you should be able to see here, hold them up to where my light is. And they've got things on the back that sort of replace focus and fury manipulation. So you've got things like shake, boost, additional, die, recover, which has to do with casualty rolls, which is kind of unique to Company of Iron, as well as these like mini feat, battle plan type actions that you can use once per round. But needless to say, those are necessary to play the game. It's a single deck of 40 cards that is split between you and your opponent. You both draw from the same deck when it's your turn to draw cards at the beginning of every round. And we want to be able to run two games simultaneously, side by side. And so to do that, you need two command card decks. The problem is you can't actually purchase command card decks. You can't buy the box set from Privateer Press. You can't buy standalone decks. You can't find the box set pretty much anywhere online. I think I found one copy on Amazon, and it was like $80, and I'm not going to buy the whole box set again just to get the command cards. And you can't find standalone decks anywhere. So I went to DriveThruRPG, and I looked it up, and they do have, for whatever reason, whether it's because it's open source or they've acquired the rights from Privateer Press or whatever, they can print out command decks, and it's $6, and they are printed on, I think it was like premium poker grade playing cards, and they showed up today. Here's the box. And so I wanted to take a look at them with you guys, and we can see if there's any huge differences between the printed set from DriveThruRPG and the original set from Privateer Press. So again, here's the original set from Privateer Press. You can see this is, and again, I know the lighting isn't great, but this is what a card looks like. Hopefully you guys can see that. It's decent, decent quality, standard card stock type stuff on the back. It's got the full art, Company of Iron print logo, whatever you want to call it. So in our box here, get through this stuff. So this is how they come from DriveThruRPG. Got a little seal label on there, card count 46. That's because there's actually 6 commander upgrade cards in here, which were also included in the original set, but they're not necessarily what I was looking for because those cards are attached through War Room, if you're using War Room, which we all do. So we didn't actually need any more of those, we just needed the 40 card command deck. Order 1 of 1, copy 1 of 1, little cover card there. Little plastic sleeve, keeping them together. Get that guy off. And here we have the deck. So right away, I can tell you the color is a little different. The gray on the back of the drive-through set. Get rid of the command cards here. These are the command upgrade cards. We don't need those. So here is the original set from Privateer Press. Here is the printed set from DriveThru. And hopefully you can see those. Again, I'm trying to use a light source here, but you can see there is a difference to the gray, with the DriveThru set being a little darker. Pattern's still there. It's not like they just put the logo on a matte black background or a glossy back. It's still got that sort of like stone etched background to it. So it is actually the art. It's just printed a little darker. Looking at the fronts of the cards, the tones do seem a little darker, but it's less noticeable. Again, Privateer Press original deck, DriveThruRPG reprint deck. Hopefully you can see those decently. Let me see if I can find matching cards from the two decks. They all look good. I'm not seeing any actual like print mistakes or, you know, text smudging. Everything looks nice and clear. Very legible. Really no difference in quality as far as I can tell on the print itself. Let's see, medical supplies is the card that I happen to have out on top of the Privateer Press deck. So there's little to no difference. It's slightly darker blacks on the RPG, or the DriveThru printed set. So again, here's the original, and here is the print from DriveThruRPG. Very, very little difference, if any. You wouldn't know looking at them. If I just handed you this deck, there's no way that you would know that it wasn't the original deck. As far as card quality goes, original feels like a standard card. I don't know if it feels a little flimsier than like a TCG card, like a Magic the Gathering card, but it's probably in my head. It feels pretty much exactly the same. And then the reprint, yeah, identical cardstock. Corners, both rounded, cut to the same, looks like they're cut to the same dimensions. So no difference there. And again, holding them facing me like this, I actually have to stop and look at the back to know which one goes with which deck. Not that it matters because I'm holding the same card, but it would bother me if I mix them up, just because I'm that kind of person. So, final note, in brief, if you are looking to get some materials printed, specifically cards, and maybe in the future I'll get like a rule book for an RPG or something printed just to see how that comes out. But if you are looking for reprints of play cards, and they have them on DriveThruRPG, the quality's great, the print looks identical to the original, everything's lined up nice and neat, nothing's off angle, none of the text is smudgy or blurred or softened. All the textures are there. There's a very, very small difference in the blacks, and that might even be a contrast thing with how they're printing it. Because even the reds look slightly more muted. Let me look here on the fronts of the cards. No, it's just overall darker. Yeah. So the DriveThruRPG print is darker. Maybe they're using a bolder black ink on their printer or whatever. But like 99% identical for $6. Totally worth it. Showed up within, I want to say, a week and a half, and that's considering it's print to order. So these weren't just sitting around on a shelf somewhere. I ordered it and they sent it off to the printers. The printers, spit it out, cut them out, and then mailed them to me. I didn't have to do rush shipping or anything like that. I picked USPS ground, which is United States standard postal delivery ground rate, which is like normal mail. And I want to say they showed up in like 7 or 8 days. So awesome delivery time, great quality. Super happy that we have these now. It should make running games a lot easier, and I'm definitely going to look to DriveThruRPG for any prints that I need in the future as far as gaming supplies go. So yeah, check them out if you need anything. And thanks for joining us on this quick little review of our new Company of Iron Command cards. And we will see you guys soon with more goody stuff.